these are the movies that we look up to while making probably a local movie, a Hindi movie. These are the movies Ramdi Now and other channels, HBO, Star Movies, keep showing. Although these days India is not showing good movies, they're just showing Godzilla and King Kong, that kind of movies, and Terminator and others. But the good movies like film noir movies or some perhaps Promised Land or something, that is not being shown on the normal conventional DTS services or even cable. Cable is dead here. DTS services are booming up. So I was saying that if the lines are appealing to any audience, then the movie becomes a successful movie. It becomes. Otherwise, a subject should appeal to people. So subject was lines. How would that be? A new video. You know what else is weird now? I got up this morning and Sabrina was already up. She had no leave. Didn't have a sister. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, about her black friend. I'm gonna see Sabrina again. Okay. I even text her. We're gonna hang out soon.
I taught her that line.
I taught her that line.
I'm gonna let Les.
Well, I taught her that line.
Give her so much more joy.
We're just gonna give less.
You got Danny.
Look at Danny D.
Hello, Nicky Bear.
Hello, Nicky Bear.
You smell good today. What is that smell?
Smell good.
That's
What is that smell?
You know what? When you act,
You know what? Wouldn't you act? It's kind of like when Tyler Perry acts. People don't like it.
Man. Are you watching Pretty Woman?
You know, it's funny because when I was hanging out with Sabrina, she was saying that she loves romantic comedies. So, what?
You like her?
She was saying that she loves comedy and all that.
You're in light with her.
Danny Burton is never in light with anyone, okay? Occasionally he's in lust, okay? And then eventually he's asleep.
Okay, no, just go with me. You like her. Don't be afraid of that. It's great to be in life. I've been in life. Hey, look, hey. No, I'm not like you. No, I'm not like
When
you.
you're watching Pretty Woman,
When you were watching Pretty Woman, Megan, Sabrina and I, and we went shopping in Beverly Hills and we met her and what's happening to me? You're opening up, you're showing up. This is great, look. Which when I press next hey, Justin, I miss you. What was that noise I made?
Am I dying?
Make far. Wait a minute. This is the first time you have a relationship. It was sexual. It was sexual with a bear. Oh.
listen, mate.
So I was saying that when we do the lines, just lines, and depend on lines, whether it's the English language or it's the Hindi language or any language, for whatever reason, whatever is the region where we are working in. So whichever language, line matters when you are tapping the external aura of a person who's watching the video, watching your movie, the audience. The audience's external aura is touched, is tapped when we are depending or giving boost or working more on lines, bettering lines. And when we go subject oriented, when we work more on subjects of the movie, then perhaps we are touching inside. And sometimes we fail in that because we touch the inside, but then the content is not that nicely written, and lines are not weighed that much upon. We haven't weighed too much on the lines, and then it fails. Then the big subject movies, great subject movies, sometimes fail, and some comedy like movies, romantic comedy, or some perhaps commercial thriller works when they touch with the line. And I'm not saying that lines don't touch inside, or I'm not saying that subjects don't disturb or perturb the external aura of an audience, but I'm saying that it's just that uh, it can be true with the great movies that there were lines too good, and there were subjects were not less good either. So subjects were good and lines are good, then the movie becomes a perfect movie. And as I say, actor or director, lines or subject, actor or director. Well, actor is a good actor, and and director is a good writer, like Godfather. uh, then it becomes a great movie. Otherwise, director imposes himself on the actor. Actor submerges, actor surrenders and suffocates, or subsided. Actor subsides to the director's wonderful talent. And that happens in still Spielberg movies. And when actor is too good, then Scent of a Woman, the director suffers sometimes. So uh, it is the same solution. So I was saying that it's just the same solution for a movie to become great movie. Good actor, good director are needed at the same time. Uh, Simultaneously, good script, good nice lines and everything, and good subject, that is story. Good story is needed, and neither of these should be smaller or bigger than each other. So I was saying that that's how when we go for making a good movie, obviously everyone wants to make a good movie. So sometimes we have an illusion of making a great movie. When we go for making a great movie in our own mind, when we are this is. So as we talked about making a good movie, we should consider another thing too, that what makes a good movie, what makes a movie successful. Obviously, actor and director, as I said, and story and script, as I said. But after that comes up the production value, executive producers, creativity, and marketing director advisors, suggestions, and versus all this productions values, all versus all that. Probably that times when the movie is coming or is being made, that times socio-political state and state of affairs, state of the nation and world, other things. So that also matters too. So perhaps we are in an era where we are disillusioned by the economic fall down, and perhaps social rigmaroles are bringing us down, bringing our drive down somewhere, and we are somehow disillusioned with the system and hierarchy and establishment So at that time, we want to revolt. Where would we revolt? In probably in a movie theater, or perhaps an amphitheater right there inside our home, in our privacy. So obviously, the movie is sold online. So uh, that's why this too works when a movie's success is being super analyzed. So these are the factors why we make a good movie. And obviously, while explaining all this, I ended up shooting down a little of a remedy was coming, a romantic comedy series was coming. I'm sorry for that. It's not piracy or anything. It's just for educational purpose, because I'm trying to explain to all that are learning, all those are learning the art of movie making. And uh, in fact, I made an ass of myself. I could not line with the super fast script transcript of of a remedy. Though I do practice like that. I do practice like that. Every movie I run and I start speaking for all the parts and I read it. Sometimes I lag behind, but sometimes I catch up a good line and I do it again and again after muting the movie, and then I get into the character. So if I'm just lining down, now if I'm just speaking out the line, reciting the lines, I don't get into the character. But because the movie is running fast, and it's a final work of people who are talented, and but when I take up a line from that and I stop the sound, or perhaps stop watching the movie entirely, and then I make that line into a scene as a practice, of course, as a practice as an actor, and then I get in a character. Then I metamorphosis. But then metamorphosis happens, and I feel not goose pimples, but sheer fever. I feel sheer fever. I don't understand why, whether the Kundalini is becoming awakened or what because of that process. But when we go into the character, I at least feel, I'm telling about my experience. I always feel fever after completing it, and a little fluctuation in blood pressure too. So that is okay. Blood pressure is okay, but fever is something that then I become something else for 2 days or 3 days. I have to come out of that. I have to watch a lot of comedy, a lot of probably entertainment channels like Discovery, Animal Planet, or somewhere, or I have to just lie down and sleep for whole day, whole night. That kind of coming out process takes up like that. Takes us acting takes us for a ride. You know that acting takes us for a ride. Acting gives us sometimes, but takes a lot and all the time. So if you are in the vicinity of a great super actor, don't try to talk too much with him or her. Or her, yes, or her, or, or her, because the actor, whether it's a man or a woman, they both are brutal. They both are brutal. They can crush you. Emotionally, they can crush you. You know why? Because they are feeling a little. Okay, I can be wrong in this. There are many actors who are taking a lot of therapies and a lot of yoga and everything is churning up these days. So maybe they are coming out of this old theory of metamorphosis and all that. They are perhaps turn on and turn off actors too these days. They mostly work on their dubbing and take it easy while making a movie. And or perhaps the series takes a lot of time and a lot of energy. So when you go for meeting an actor, be precise and be very protective about him and about yourself, and don't give up like that you are absolutely feeling like his slave or her slave. But tell him that you sympathize with them somewhere. Maybe they can irk because of that. They can find it irking, but they can find it annoying. But I guess later they will forgive you because they want sympathy. Yes, they want to understand whether somebody who's lucky enough to meet them is understanding or not, is understanding the person inside or not, or the person who's trying to who's professional actor, who's yeah, it's funny, person who's a professional actor, and who's trying to create a person in the industry, on the screen somewhere. So he wants us to sympathize with the character he's playing in real life, or in that particular movie when you are meeting him or her, or after he has gotten an Oscar for that performance, for that movie, for some movies which are being successful. They want us to sympathize with the character they are playing. Yes, that's the thing. That's I guess, the key of it all. Okay, thank you. How did you like my video after a long time? I forgot to wear a t-shirt. It's very hot summer in India, and I'm doing fine after a lot of things that have happened in the world. Yes, North Korea has pardoned the big actor USA, and North Korea doesn't sympathize, so we have to be watchful. And the rest of it is a good story. Terrorism is going away. We're giving way to nice, good enough, robust nationalism, and let's see where it goes to. I hope not to the same place where World War II went into. World War II times went into. But there's no Hitler these days. Yeah. Russia doesn't have a Hitler. Yeah. Okay. So bye. We'll super analyze the situation in some other video where I will keep my Sony cam on the tripod, and I'll wear good clothes, and I'll shave around, and I'll analyze the situation of today's world, economy too, and security too. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.